Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It is Saturday evening. I'm an older woman. I'm feeling thoroughly pissed off. I'm not gonna um, paint things like it's roses when it's not, because I tell the truth. The past few days have been extremely difficult. Since I talked to the police last Monday, I felt awful. The police again have not got back to me. Nothing's been done. Everything's just bullshit. I have to live in a world of bullshit, lies and made up crap. No one's telling me the truth, and I have to live like this, right? I don't want to live like this. I don't like living like this, but I've got no choice, because whenever I go for help and support, I don't get any. So I'm coping on my own, and my mental health is taking an effing battering. It is, because I'm isolated in my flat, and I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. I keep fighting these narcissistic gang stalking bastards, and I'm not gonna paint things as roses when they're not. They're gang stalkers. They're stalking me. I can't move for them. I can't breathe. They want me to act mad and stupid, and they want to make fun of me. And I don't want to be part of it. That's why I've been going out first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I don't want to be caught up in their bullshit. I don't want to be an object of ridicule. I'm a human being. I'm being treated worse than a fucking dog. It's disgusting. Being exploited, used, laughed at, humiliated. What for? I have been literally stuck indoors effing all day, and I haven't gone anywhere. And it's been like that for the past week now. So, we're going to go back to this afternoon. This afternoon, I kept asking Alexa what the temperature was. I couldn't go out this afternoon. It was too hot. At that time, it was about 24, 25 degrees. I think it might have been a bit cooler, but because it's like 27 degrees inside this building and the flat, I went out, I'd gone out at lunchtime, and it felt hot to me just down the stairs in the building. So I thought, no, we're not going out this afternoon. These guys want to film scenarios, right? They want to take the proverbial piss out of me. Take whatever they're doing with their scenarios, putting me up against skinny women, and I'm nearly 60. I'm going through the menopause. I'm never going to be a twiggy figure. Never in a million years, and I don't want to be. I just want to be left alone. I want to retire to the seaside and just sit by the seaside, and that's it. Away from all this crap. It's doing my head in, it's making me feel ill, and I'm not very happy. I'm sorry, but I'm not. So, I'm stuck indoors all day, all effing day, right? And yeah, I can go outside, but I get followed by shit, and shit things happen, and I prefer to stay indoors. The water rates took too much money out of my bank account and has left me almost destitute. Right? I can't do anything about it. I've got to wait till I next get paid like other people do. Money doesn't come out of thin air. It doesn't grow on trees. So I've got to stay indoors and just work through this like everybody else does. And that I'm happy to do that. I'm happy if I'm left alone to my own devices, getting on with my things, and just leave me alone. But it doesn't work out like that for me. I can't be left alone, because they want to wind you up. They want to keep you awake. They want to make noise. They want to disrupt your life. They want to make you miserable. They can't leave you alone. They need me, and I don't need them. Max, I don't want them. I don't need them. Max. They need me to I don't know what they're doing. Keep banging on my door, ringing my buzzer. I don't know. So, I didn't go out this afternoon. I've got food. I'm going to have some crisps in a moment. I've got food. I've got water. I've got hot chocolate. I can make myself drinks. I'm not going to starve. I'm not going to die of thirst. I'm not going to starve. But I'm just sick of this. It needs to stop. And it needs to stop right now because I've had enough of it. I'm a human being, not an object of fucking ridicule. I'm sick of it. I really am sick to death of it. It's doing my head in. I can't be left alone in my own flat. They're taking the piss out of me. And it hurts. It's not nice. There's people bigger than me. There's people with worse teeth than me. There's people that they've got to use me to have their fun. And I'm sick of it. And I will snap eventually. It's inevitable. Someone that keeps getting taken the piss out of them and left with no help, he's going to fucking crack up. Obviously. I'm trying not to, of course. So I'm trying to find things to occupy these long, boring, hot days of summer on my own, with nowhere to go and nothing to do. So I'm learning Duolingo, Welsh. What the fuck is happening with my videos on YouTube and TikTok have gone right down the pan. Whether I've been shadow banned, someone spread rumours, I don't know what's gone on. Just going down the pan. And I try hard when I'm doing content for a video, especially when I read all that newspaper article. I take time and I put a lot of effort into it, and I'm just being made fucking fun of. If that's the case, then I should just take a break from YouTube and TikTok for about 3 months. And I won't take videos or do anything because this is ridiculous. I'm getting treated like a piece of dog shit. So I was trying to find things to do, as you do when you're on your own. And my cat and dog love me. They're all over me. They're sitting on my lap. They care about me. They love me. They come over to me when I'm sat, I'm fed up of this. And they sit on my lap and they make me feel like I'm a person. Pets, not dog shit. Anyway, when it gets to about, it must have been between 6 and 7 that he came in upstairs, the guy with the Ford Mondeo. He comes in and it's been quiet all day. I've not seen or heard anybody. I've not seen or heard anyone. Right up to 6 o'clock in the evening. I've heard no one. And you can hear him coming with his feet. But it's not him himself. He's not doing it. I'm not saying it's him. But all the crap starts when he comes in. So I'm sat down on the sofa and I'm going through TikTok. And Chelsea hasn't been live streaming. No, Chelsea Leart that lives in Oxford. She's not been live streaming. And one of her videos came up. So she's just done a video. I live streamed today once. And I got fed up with that. Because they just want you to do stupid things. And if you sit there and you just chat, they're not interested. They try and prompt you to do bad stuff. Why don't you dance? Why don't you do this? Why don't you like stand on your head? You know what I mean? I just had enough of it. So I didn't live stream for very long. It was pissing me off. It was like I was talking to myself and no one was there. It was just weird. So I'm sat there watching Chelsea in Oxford, and she'd bought a coffee in an art shop, and she said a Japanese man she'd had a lovely day in Oxford. She talked to a Japanese man, and he'd given her a cake. And she'd given the cake to a homeless person. She said she was on a diet. Right? That's the video I watched before I went outside. And that's relevant because I'll tell you what happened when I went outside. When I'm sat down watching that video, the guy upstairs is like, he's got his feet on the ceiling like he does. And there's this on the door. But it was lighter, it wasn't heavy. It's two young lads opposite my door. And they're on his level. They come from his floor. Why are they on my floor? Why are these lads on my floor? They come from his floor upstairs. So they come down to my floor. They gain access to my floor. They get access to my floor, which is supposed to be locked. And they're asking. Sorry, they said. Sorry. Can you accompany us down to the bike sheds? We can't get into the door. Right, so I've got two teenage boys banging on my door. So I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it at all, but I don't want to be rude and I don't want to be nasty. So I get my set of keys, these, and I go downstairs in front of these lads and their girlfriends around the corner. Their two girlfriends around the corner. Or their sisters, I don't know. So 5 of us go to the bike sheds. I try the fob key on the lock. It doesn't open. And my hand has got something wet on it. I don't know what it was, but I put my hand on the handle and there was something wet on it. So I came upstairs and washed my hands. I don't know what that was, but I washed my hands. I couldn't open the door, and I thought, don't you start laughing at me. I am feeling so shit. I'm feeling depressed. I'm feeling pissed off, and don't you start laughing at me because I'll burst into tears. That's what I felt like. So I came back indoors and I thought, well, it felt cold outside. It felt cool. I thought, right, I'm going to walk max. I'll walk max now rather than near 10 o'clock like I did last night because it was a bit scary. So I got dressed and you just know you're in some sort of sick comedy, evil fucking shit. You just know you are. So I got my bin bag, I got Max, and I went downstairs, and who calls me on the phone while I'm putting rubbish in the bin? My mother. And I missed the phone call and I can't ring her back. So she rings me as I'm putting rubbish into the bin store. I'm well pissed off. I'm so pissed off. I'm broke. I'm pissed off. I haven't seen anybody. I've been stuck indoors all day in the fucking heat. And I'm really, really wound fucking up. But I don't get cross. So I go out across the road. I go up. It's all staged and fucking orchestrated. It's not real. You've got a Parsons Peebles van parked where he had his car outside the bloody Travel Lodge the other day. Parsons fucking Peebles, where he had his car parked near the Travel Lodge the other day upstairs. Parsons bloody Peebles. It's got Les on the end. Les walked up opposite that, walked onto the field, and I've got a blonde woman, like she's got a blonde bun in her hair, slightly a bit bigger than me, all dressed in black. The one that I said looked like she could punch someone in the face. Really gruff looking blonde woman. She went behind me. There was a bloke with a baseball cap on with a black dog. And that was it. And I just walked around the field feeling like a load of shit. Terrible. And then I was trying to cheer myself up. And then a black car, I've had a message from my son in Gloucestershire. I'll show you what he sent me. My son in Gloucestershire has sent me something on WhatsApp. My son. He's also got a brother. This has been sent to me. And of course my YouTube views have gone right down, and so has my TikTok. So this video I've been sent, which apparently is on Facebook, has got 10,000 reactions. 10,000. I'm lucky if I get one like now.
I love bad witches, that's my trucking problem.
I love your broomstick, Harry.
That's not the only wood you'll be riding tonight. Back to the door.
Cheeks officially clapped. Maybe we've started a wizarding family.
Fetus deleted. I love bad witches, that's my trucking problem.
I love your broomstick, Harry.
That's not the only wood you'll be riding tonight. Back to the door.
Cheeks officially clapped. Maybe we've started a wizarding family.
Fetus deleted. I love bad witches, that's my trucking problem.
I love your broomstick, Harry.
That's not the only wood you'll be riding tonight. Back to the door.
Really? That's not the only wood you'll be riding tonight. Really? My son sent me that. It's actually quite funny. That is quite funny. I find that funny. That's actually made me laugh. But there you go. That's what I was sent. He's probably sent it to his brother as well. When I was coming off the field, there was a car with a Gloucestershire number plate. GL is Gloucester. GL is Gloucestershire. Gloucestershire number plate coming down this road. And this is Medway. And a number plate with UR. This is just so fake, and I'm broke on TV. I'm fucking broke. I'm brassic, lint, skint on television. Brassic, lint, skint on TV. I was homeless on television as well, while all that they was all coming into my accommodation with their fancy phones and parking outside in their fucking brand new cars. I was in a homeless hostel. Not in the mood for it. They're bent as fuck, they're fucking crooked, and they ain't getting anything out of me. And and Chelsea said she was on a diet. So I'm walking down the road past the Travel Lodge, past the Parsons Peebles, and there's this girl about size 0 with a bun in her hair, getting into a bloody car, going off with her boyfriend. I'm nearly 60, mind. She was about, 22? And I'm nearly 60. She's getting into a car about a size 0, and another one on a mobile phone playing music. About a size 0, and Chelsea said she was on a diet. Chelsea Lear. And she's bigger than me. Chelsea is. She's much bigger than I am. She's about a size 18 to 20. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm Brassic Lint on television, but it's not the worst I've been through it. I nearly died up in Gloucestershire. I was so fucking hungry. I was that starving. I was looking down the back of sofas and eating the fucking sweets that were stuck to the fucking. You know, you go down the back of the sofa looking for money when you've got no money. Well, I've done that. I've been there, done that. And you pick the sweeter off. You're that starving. You don't know when you're poor till you're so fucking hungry you'll eat anything. I can assure you. As for water, my mum said to me, you know, if someone kidnaps you, just make sure you just like get some drips from. You can get water from drips from the tap if you get kidnapped. That's what my mum told me up in Gloucestershire. When I was starving, hungry, I almost died. You know, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm nearly 60. Will you fucking pack it in and give it a fucking rest? Whoever's doing this, leave me alone. You know, it's like, oh, yeah, we know you're hungry. We'll get someone to walk past you with a bag full of goodies. And like, fuck off. It's cruel and it's nasty. It's sick and it's disgusting. But they ain't going to stop doing it. They threw away perfectly good food in Gloucestershire in trays of it into the bin. So you go downstairs starving, hungry, and you know you couldn't eat the food because like they'd stuffed it into the bin, thrown good food into a dirty dustbin. They're cruel, they're wicked, and they're evil. And I've told it to them to their faces. I'm not frightened of them. I will not steal. I've got food. It's nothing like Gloucestershire at all. And I haven't got a baby to feed. I haven't got to worry about a baby to feed. And I always fed my kids before I fed myself. And I was starving. I just think they're sick in the head and they're mental. Because I'm not bowing down to them, I'm not answering their messages, they somehow are affecting the views on my TikTok and my YouTube. Being punished. If you do and can watch the video where I'm walking around the fields, you'll see that they leave things on the floor. They leave things on the floor for you to see, and it hurts and it's painful and it's nasty and they're wicked, right? It's like a TV set. When I walk past the over 55 flats where that Charlie went, there was a black woman making a load of noise in there, a big black woman. Where Charlie went into those flats. I'm not interested in that guy. I don't care how hard it gets. I wouldn't bow down to that if you paid me. See you later.